Okay, so it is right now for Bunny 1 base. He's going up into his factory. Don't know where he's going from there. Stat's going to make a proxy something, probably a Stargate, which, you know, might not pair that well against whatever we have Bunny doing here. We're going to see in a moment. Armory coming. So Cloaked Widowmine drop against Proxy Stargate Oracle. If the Oracle explodes, okay, he sees the Oracle. That is a big deal. If the Oracle explodes, like, Bunny might just win, right? Like if you screw up with the Oracle, because you need that for the detection. That's going to be your only detection. It's not like you can make a robo or cannons against this.
This is what Bunny does, though. Is like Stats is like, well, I'm going to defend this and then build up in this way while expanding and also attacking and putting pressure on here while denying these options. And Bunny's play has been like, I'm kind of going to just, and he cocks his head and goes, win. Just going to get this game. Fortunately, the Oracle stayed alive so far.
He did see the medevac leaving.
That's right.
And he is making a Phoenix. Okay, so I think he has a good idea of what it is, but he hasn't seen the armory, which is important.
Teleport successful.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, now if he turns it on to shoot, he's going to be in trouble. If he leaves it to detect.
All right, so he tags here.
Oh,
nice.
And the tag actually, he only tagged like one of them. Oh my god.
Yeah, is the one inside the medevac tag though?
I don't know.
The medevac is actually tagged. Okay, and that one had already fired, so he still has some time to try to reload it.
I want to see the energy on the Oracle, please.
Meanwhile, Terran's going to take out this pylon. This is actually all huge, man. Protoss can't mine right now. SCVs are pulled.
And a Thor! Oh my god, a Thor. Why not? You are, yeah.
I haven't seen a Thor held in a medevac in fetal position like this in a long time.
Dude, this is great with the SCVs and the Marines and the Thor. Like, he can repair that Thor. The Thor can beat everything he's got with those SCVs repairing. Honestly.
Yeah, the SCV's coming up here. What is this, the year 2010 right now? We've got the Thor rush coming here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's fighting everything.
Yeah, the batteries are only going to do so much.
He targets down the overcharged battery, and it looks like that's going to be it. Look at Stats' face. He throws his head back.
What a plot twist. What a plot twist.
Oh my god.
Oh, fusion core. That was not what I was expecting.
Okay, so the fusion core is either for Liberator range or for BC.
If he goes BC, oh, I will be so happy.
It looks like it's BC.
Is this going to get scouted?
He's going to scout.
Oh, Stats.
Look, he's faking Banshee right now. So, yeah, he is going BC. That's crazy. I can't believe he didn't. Oh, my God, Tastes. This is going to wreck. Watch his face when it warps in. Just watch Stats' face.
Well, let's watch
it's
on the big
screen right here.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Showtime.
Oh, look where he warped it to. He didn't warp it right on top. He's going to fly it in instead. The Phoenixes are out of position. Here we go. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. Okay, his face doesn't change. That's consummate pro right there.
Well, yeah. He's just going to react to it.
Yeah, he takes out the shield battery first. Very, very smart move there. Look at this. Marines are coming up, too.
Oh, man. He's got a really good spot over this pylon if he decides to take this position.
And the BC is just murderizing everything tasteless.
Look at the Protoss units running away as they just get gunned down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just unreal damage.
Yeah, you can see that the Marines can retreat pretty well underneath the BC.
And look, you can see the Phoenix is just having such a hard time against it. The high armor of the BC not caring about their attacks.
Yeah, it's like they can just ignore the Phoenixes like they're mosquitoes or something.
Yeah. You see he's like microing back. He's trying to keep them alive. All right, pops out a Void. That's really good.
Look at this.
Oh, he's not going to have his jump ready.
Oh, yeah! No, he didn't. Okay.
If that had gotten out, Mr. Tasteless, that would have been the most heartbreaking thing right there.
Oh, yeah.
But he's going into mech now, so, like, wow.
TY is trying to end this semifinals with style here. This is pretty crazy, man. I mean, again, I think this is the best we've ever seen TY play ever. he looks better than when he won GSL earlier this year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's like doing, he's doing everything.
You're right. He looks. This is.
I know that
TY.
doesn't sound right, but I really mean that. Like, he actually literally looks better than when he won Season 1.
Yeah. I think he's going to win this season, man. Like, for real. I mean, he's the best TVT in the world, that's for sure. He knocked out DRG. I don't think Armani's going to stop him. What Stats should do, like, I love that he expanded up there. I think he should make a Nexus at every location up at the top. Just make a million Nexuses, because that bottom of the map, like, he's going to get pushed eventually, right? TY's going to mass up, push him, and it's going to be really hard to stop. But TY, like, his army couldn't be less mobile on the top, right? All he has is the BCs.
Yeah.
Because the tanks are, like, behind the minerals and stuff. It's going to take a long time for him to actually attack anything with anything other than BCs. So if he just makes mass Nexus, I think that's a great play.
Okay. 3 Battlecruisers coming up here. And I love the Yamato. Wait, what?
Gets one.
Okay. Gets one. Pulls back out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I mean, it's somewhat inconsequential. What's really about to happen here is that Terran's going to have a push, and I don't know that Protoss can hold the bottom left base, the one on the low ground. But if he can't hold that, he also will probably lose his main.
Yeah, and he'll lose his natural, and that's how the push should go.
We've actually had games where usually it's a Zerg that dies this way, but I guess technically, yeah, if you go into the Protoss's main with a push and kill it,
yeah,
you also just win the game. Okay, Terran is now on the move here. And Protoss is going to have to try to address this army. I love the Disruptor play. Oh no, but if he loses the Disruptors... Okay, that's also a great move, hitting the gold bases. Stats is doing a really good job.
Yeah,
he's doing a really good job. I don't think he's going to be able to... I don't think he's going to let TY style on him just yet.
All right, some decent Disruptor hits. They're not perfect. It's good splitting from TY.
Oh, wow. Yamato's down the... the Colossus that was at full HP. The Stalkers are here for the counterattack. Terran has finally managed to reach this base. Protoss is doing a pretty good job, but I don't know how you're going to stop that Terran army. Now, that being said, the Protoss unit composition is much more fluid and nimble when compared to the tanks that have to siege up.
Yeah,
and,
his counterattack is doing fantastically here, but he is losing his main.
Yeah. We're going to need to see a lot of gateways made at the top here. By the way, we're going to see DT Tech coming in here.
Well, that's amazing. DT Tech is exactly the type of thing you want.
This is enough Stalkers you can actually fight that, right? No?
No.
I guess not. I'm not used to seeing Stalkers fight BCs, so I'm like, okay.
The BCs do pretty darn well.
Okay, this is just absolute destruction here in the main.
So much damage on both sides.
Oh! Okay, he does manage to get away.
What does he do now? Is he going to try to clear what's in his main?
If he can deal with this army in the main, I think Stats is going to be okay. But how does he do that? I also feel like the natural, or the base just north of the main, if we can call it, is going to be picked off here. Now he's got Hellbats, which are certainly much tankier.
Yeah.
Does Protoss really want to try to run up onto the high ground? I guess we got our answer now.
I don't know if that's going to work out.
Yeah. In fact, this is just the... Oh, my God.
No.
Just completely messing up his control there.
Yeah.
Some units attacking and others running away.
I don't think... I mean, this area is valuable. It's not valuable enough to give your whole army and then still lose it.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely a miscalculation there.
Pushing down from high ground here, and the rest of the significant tech is actually just here in the natural. I don't know if Protoss gets started new here at the top of the map, but that may be Stats' only choice. By the way, he never actually killed that base at the bottom of the map. If you look down there, he kind of walked. Yeah. He actually walked through it. I think there's literally still probes mining there.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, here comes the counter. I don't know what's in the main.
Yeah, just maybe a few units from his reinforcements. He looks like those are actually doing a reasonable job, but he's going to jump back with those BCs and easily clean up the Zealots.
Yeah, and BCs really are at the center of the strategic play here. It's really incredible to see TY doing this.
Yeah, utilizing those BCs to basically clean up every time the counterattack comes. It's so critical.
It should be noted that right now, Terran is barely mining, okay? Terran's on 3 bases just in the bottom. The problem for Protoss is that the Terran... that was sick. The problem right now is that the Terran has this mech army that just Protoss can't quite deal with. This is so much splash damage. Any overextension and stats will rip apart parts of your army.
Well, I think he should continue his counterattacking ideas. I don't know why he keeps on trying to engage these, but I guess he's going to do it again. Let's see.
Here we go.
He's softened it a few times. No, there's way too many.
You can see the way the tanks are spaced out. The Protoss doesn't get to see how many tanks are actually there until he's already eaten the siege tank shots.
But he's eaten them so many times, maybe he should have an idea. I feel like he should just be counterattacking nonstop and then try to kill the army after he's done critical damage, you know? Because Stalkers are not going to kill 15 +3 siege tanks, or +2 siege tanks,
Well,
rather.
it seems like, for now, the Protoss is going to be resigned to these Tier 1 units.
Yeah.
Stalkers and Zealots.
Well, he's never going to have money for anything else.
Yeah, I don't know if there's even been a robo that's been remade here. But, again, TY's income isn't that great. Stats actually has a lot of bases.
He does have a lot of bases.
All right,
You're right, he does. Okay, this was a great move.
Yeah, that's how you're going to win. Oh, I love this. Just right on the Warp Prism.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there's like, you can't get away from that with the Warp Prism.
Yeah, Yamato's pretty good.
Are you going to try to recall that and just hope that that's faster than the Yamato cannon? What are you going to do?
Flame Hellion trying to come up for some harassment. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that a little bit more.
The only thing that's keeping stats in this game is that the mech army is slow. It's hard to actually get to where you need to be. That's why half this game has been Terran pushing up through the bottom and trying to make a loop all the way to the top here.
Yeah.
The bottom base is no more. Oh, wow, look, he's going to go back. Now, I don't know why he's doing this.
I like it because...
Why would you want to go all the way to the lower platform with this?
I think what you want to do is save all of your units. If you go back, save all your units, reinforce, and then push north, you're gonna corner him, right?
By the way, Stats now has the upper right. This is so funny. Literally, it's TY controlling the lower platform, Stats controlling the upper.
Yeah.
We've never quite had a game like this.
Stats should ask for a truce, though. He needs to stop attacking right there, losing units. Nice harassment here at the gold base.
The army is vastly superior right now for TY. The only thing that's really going okay for Stats here is that it's hard for the army to get there, but now that push has come right through the middle.
Oh man, he's really got to bring all his units together if he wants to stop this. Picking off a lot of Blue Flame Hellions is important because he's going to need to use charge lots against the Stalkers. Can't do it alone, but with the Blue Flame Hellions, it's so hard to get the Zealots to do anything except evaporate.
Yeah, and now he's going to push into that little corner out. I don't believe that TY knows about the upper right base.
Yeah,
but
you're definitely right.
But
it's not.
I can't imagine that TY pushes through and smashes the upper left and gateways will be remade again, right? I just don't see it happening.
No.
My God, he didn't even kill a Battlecruiser.
It's pretty wild.
I think we are at the beginning of the end here, man.
Well, let's see if he holds this. I mean, TY has more units coming, so it doesn't seem too likely.
The next wave of tanks can leapfrog forward, get in range of the Nexus.
Some handful of Stalkers continuing to harass. Stats gonna give that base up. Oh,
man!
Well, this is it.
More
That's gonna be
tanks
all
than
of his
there are
units.
Stalkers. GG, TY!
You should think about it as being a distinct possibility.
And I love how you said, I think that, like, Uthermal has a lot of flair to it and stuff. I was about to say, I think this is going to be a very explosive series. And before I was even able to say that, we saw the first clicks already on the top side of the map. And that's the right way to set the tone for the rest of the series, man. There's going to be a very early Reaper here by Uthermal. Oh my God, this is so sick. I've lost to this.
Whoa.
This is so sick. This is a Ghost Rush. I've actually lost against this. A friend did
I
this.
watched you lose against
Yeah, if you like make a Twilight or a Stargate before you make a Robo, you're almost dead. This is ridiculous. Like, these goals, they're going to be able to do so much damage. This is really sick. What an opening here by
I can't
Uthermal.
believe this is like I had a few ideas. I figured he'd do like the Proxy Reaper into Cyclone Pressure, which a couple people have done.
Yeah.
But this is like a whole different flavor of cheese in and of itself. I don't know which cheese to pick for this one, Kev.
It's very sick. I mean, they're going to have Cloak goes incredibly quick. So the most important thing here for Showtime is that he doesn't try to blind counter whatever he thinks is coming. Don't drop a Twilight, don't drop a Stargate. He needs the Robo. I mean, Stargate is maybe not the end of the world because he'll get some sort of detection, but these goals are actually going to hit very, very quickly. I do think it's weird that the barracks is so close, by the way, because he might be able to spot the tech lab, no?
I mean,
No, he didn't yet.
He hasn't seen it yet.
Okay,
That is
Stalker.
really important, though, to try to get an
Yeah.
idea of what it would be. But
Because normally you expect the second Reaper, but I was like, hey, why didn't I lose any probes? You know,
he
my
hasn't
opponent.
started the Robo yet, and Cloak is halfway done. So the Ghost is going to come out with 75 energy. By the time Cloak's ready, he'll be close to 100.
Of course, this is a very, very big commitment for Uthermal, and he needs to do way more than kill a couple of probes. This is a 1-base Terran against a 2-base Protoss. Even killing 8 probes is not enough. He needs to completely... Stargate is actually the tech building of choice, and Revelation is not that good anymore. It's like Envision used to be 100,000 times better than it currently is. This is not a great detection spell. I think this is awesome for Uthermal.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to run 2 Ghosts in. In case you guys didn't know, 2 Ghosts will kill a probe in a single attack. So he can just walk in and he's just going to start
This is so sick.
It's going to be bang, bang, one tapping probes left and right.
The most important thing, no, go for it. The most important thing, I think, okay, there it is. Cloak is ready. You gotta go for it. Okay, the most important thing is that one Oracle doesn't tag both Ghosts at the same time. You do not want to let both Ghosts get tagged, but this is extremely sick. I still think he needs to drop a Robo like right now, because just Oracles are really not that great of a detection. What a
and
sick opening.
If he splits up the Ghosts and he doesn't get the Revelation on the one with the most energy, like he's just taking a pummeling here. 11
This is
probes
sick.
picked off. Talk about this is just some wild cheddar.
Yeah, like I've lost it as well. My friend Aggression from Denmark did this against me, and I was like, man, if you don't scout this is really, really hard to deal with. Well, what a great sign. I mean, how many works we're looking at? 18
Yeah,
probes.
there's a third Ghost.
Just split up the Ghosts. Just don't let them
my
get
God.
tagged at the same time by the same Oracle, and I think this is a default win. What a start by Uthermal, Nate.
Yeah, that's just dirty.
Split them up, split them up.
This is just pure evil. This build is came out of a dark place.
See, he tagged one, but he didn't tag the
45
other one.
probes.
There's like gonna be like 7 probes remaining. More Ghosts will start pouring in. There's a Cyclone on the follow-up as well.
My
You love
God. Oh my God.
that. GG!
Showtime looking to add something on, and with this location, it could be a couple of things. There's going to be Stargate, looks like.
Yeah, very cool dance here by both players, right? The Stalker is kind of baiting Clem down the ramp. The Stalker can shoot before the Marines can shoot because he has more range. So if he's paying attention, he does this and gets away with basically free damage. However, with these Hellions, they're going to be able to track down the Stalker and potentially push him away as Clem wants to move out on the map, seemingly.
Oh, he wants to body block them.
Oh, what a guy.
Position body block.
Oh!
Look at that.
He almost had
God.
it.
Oh, but that also means that all of these units are very
no.
out of position for the Oracle that comes on it. There's 0 units here and not even a reaction from Clem. He's actually just so busy microing his units.
Yeah, I mean, Oracles against Terran, they are known to not be as strong at mineral lines for the simple reason that they take 3 shots to kill SCVs compared to drones and probes where they just take the 2 shots. So he manages to get max damage, which in this case is going to be 8 SCVs, Showtime that is. And now all he has to do on the other side is defend. There is no shield battery, however.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the full wall is just a little bit too hard to actually deal with. And now that the warp gate is finished up, he can get that first warp in of units. He is in such a great position economically for sure. All he has to do is make sure that he doesn't take a whole lot of damage against the first and second wave of aggression here from Clem, and I think he's gonna feel like he might have this game in the bag.
He's got to be feeling great. I mean, there's another Oracle on the way, but there's already an Oracle pulled back. So he's going to be ready, Showtime that is, for Banshee with Cloak, which is another huge investment that Clem is going for. He's not taking any chances. He knows that he did enough damage back on the other side. So he's rallying his Oracles back because all he has to do is tag these units. This is going to be a committed 2-base aggression from Clem. He is effectively all in. These are so difficult to stop though, Ravi.
Yeah. All the Hellions getting pushed back for now, but this also kind of draws the Stalkers further out into the map. This could backfire. The Stalkers get hit. Oh, that's a great bait. He doesn't end up getting any of the Stalkers, though. He was trying to bait the Stalkers further forward while the siege was happening and just ambush 3 or so Stalkers, but, well.
Oh, the Stalkers were kind of a miss-rallied by Showtime, but they're going to end up potentially picking one tank off. No! There's SCVs here too, so they will be repairing that tank if Clem pays attention, and now he is.
Yeah, a lot of
pretty
time
scary.
off, though. Remember, these Stalkers, they're here to buy time. They're here to keep this army from
the Revelation, there it
immediately
is.
getting in.
Yeah, with the Revelation, the Banshee's Cloak is completely useless at this point. There is a lot of Blink Stalkers, and now that Stasis Trap does get scanned, of course, by Clem as he chooses to move onto the high ground. Yet still, these oracles are effective for the Revelation and against the Marines. They're actually gonna be really good at taking those down with the pulsar beams.
Yeah, Banshees actually still have their cloak on. You can see, even though they're revealed, they are losing energy right now. So even after the Revelations are all gone, he's still gonna have vision of this. But the
Showtime is a god, though. He grabbed half of his Stalker army and he's using it to cut reinforcements right now, which is really the game-winning maneuver because now Clem is on borrowed time. He really has to try and make this push work with all the units, with a few units as he has, rather. He's all out of SCVs. These bunkers are not going up, and Showtime is very well situated with batteries behind his Nexus.
Yeah, a lot of the Stalkers go down over there, but so does this reinforcement. Still, that being said, the bunker manages to survive, and so do two of the Banshees. Banshees doing quite a bit of damage. Shield battery overcharge going to be popped, and we're going to end up seeing more Stalkers coming on in. Oracle's getting involved in the mix. Revelation being tagged out to keep an eye on those Banshees, but the Banshee count is actually high enough that they are able to contend with low counts of Stalkers.
And there's still the tanks, and now the reinforcements have been set free by Clem. I mean, Clem, what a brilliant maneuver. I didn't know what was going to happen there, but he unsieged tanks and pulled back Marines to escort the rest of his army back because he realized the chunk of army that Showtime had shoved off was too strong for his reinforcements to ever contest. So now he has joined with the rest of his army, and he's looking mighty scary.
Oh, and all the pylons that were over by the third base have been sniped off, so you can't reinforce on that bottom left-hand side. You can't try and come in with a flanking maneuver anymore. It's just the units that were still left over that ran away, which I think is like one Stalker and the Oracle. He's got to make this defense happen right here.
It's so difficult. Look at Clem also has made effectively a wall for those tanks. So the Zealots, the Chargelots are not really going to be able to get on top of them at all. The Blink Stalkers try to get there, and two tanks will end up falling, but that's not nearly enough.
Oh, that's going to be brutal. We see a couple more gateways coming on up over here for Showtime, but he is on borrowed time right now because he's already got his mineral line somewhat sieged over here by these Marines, by these bunkers. Two more siege tanks moving forward. Ironically, cannot get through the wall of bunkers, so they are going to be stuck there, but they're still in the safe spot.
Yeah, those Marines can, of course, get through the wall of bunkers, as they can just, load on one side and exit out the other. This Nexus will finally be taken down by the looks of it. Showtime does have, however, Ravi, very many gateways available, so he will have a big attempt at some point at breaking this. If he can pick off those Banshees, they would be instrumental for his defense.
Ooh. That's one Banshee down and softens up a second one. There are still SCVs over here with the push that are ready and waiting to repair those units.
Very interesting counterattack from Showtime here. If he can kill all the SCVs at that natural and or cut reinforcements, he could equalize things.
Yeah, and these Zealots are going to actually go unnoticed for quite a bit of time. The Siege Tank actually just splash damages a lot of the SCVs as well, but the Marines up on the high ground do rally out and are going to be able to minimize those losses. Clem falls behind about 10 workers, but funny enough, Showtime, he's been able to keep that third base alive. He is still mining from it. It's still 2 base versus 2.
Yeah, because at some point, Clem is going to have to get rid of one of those bunkers if he wants to really effectively siege that base, right? Like with those tanks. So that is buying Clem a lot of time. However, if you do get rid of one of those bunkers, then it's free reign for the Zealots to kind of try to break you from there. So I would love to see Showtime continue to cut reinforcements and then just squash this army from every which way. It's so difficult, though, because as soon as he moves his army out to go for the flank, which is exactly what he's doing now, he's open to the small squads of units to trade effectively. So he's going to use the overcharge, which is a brilliant maneuver here to hold on with a smaller number of units.
Yeah, I really like that. I also wouldn't mind if you had taken 2 workers and just mined out some of those minerals to cut down on the amount of distance he has to travel around to try and actually get in from the other side of the
He's going for another counterattack. This is the big one, actually, on the side of Showtime. He's going into a ramp, though. I don't like this. I would have much rather Showtime just flank the army of Clem and come from all places to break down this contain. The bunkers look scary, but he has so very much. And if he comes from behind, he's going to have access to those tanks as well. I think that was the better call from Showtime. But instead, he's going to run into a very fortified position from Clem and just brilliant positioning from the Frenchman.
I think Showtime can still do it, though. I still think that he has the opportunity to try and come in from behind and shut down this contain. He's got enough army to deal with just the 4 Marines poking forward, and here he goes.
Good split on the Zealots, not to all go towards the same tank, and now it looks like Showtime is going to get apps around so many of these bunkers with the Zealots, and he's going to be able to clear this army out. Clem not reacting fast enough to get reinforcements across the map. in a timely fashion to, you know, to deal with this. So he's effectively just gonna lose half of his army here and his bunker contained.
Yeah, and a nice reminder too, as we see 8 workers going down, it's not because of, you know, counterattack on the other side of the map, even though the Oracle was poking around earlier. It was the fact that there were actually a lot of SCVs that were pulled for that attack. It was deceptive that Clem was actually even further ahead than he really was, but still maintaining a worker lead. Showtime still has to do something more here.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be extremely difficult. At this point, Clem has recognized that he did enough damage, and he has been on a defensive position for a while. Now Showtime trying to do whatever he can with this Oracle, but he's going up against a triple orbital command, whilst he has just now started rebuilding his third.
Showtime's going to find Clem in an awkward spot because a lot of his army on the map, and well, the siege tank count's a little too high. I think even finding the army out of position, it's not going to be enough to break him.
Yeah, I mean, you break this, but by the time the army comes back, you've already gotten your army taxed so hard by 6 siege tanks that it's not worth to engage at that point.
He is starting up a robotics bay as well to get up, I assume, disruptors, maybe Colossus to help deal with these ghosts.
Yes, indeed. The ghosts are going to be looking for those blanket EMPs. However, as Clem gets closer and closer towards Showtime, one Templar will die very quick death there, but the stasis trap will stall a little bit as Showtime is forced to recall just in order to get his army in position. The tanks are on siege. This much might be go time for Showtime, and it might just go for it. Okay, he's not going for it. Now very good feedback, so no EMPs go down. There's still 1 or 2 storms available, but the really scary thing, Ravi, is this tank backbone. Oh, wow.
Yeah, one ghost has enough energy for a snipe. It also still has enough energy to go for another EMP if it finds it. He goes for it, hits the Archons, doesn't quite hit the High Templars. But I think this position is so brutal still. Showtime tries to go for a 4 Zealot, 2 Stalker run by over at the 4th base, but a Planetary Fortress is going to hard shut that down.
It sure is. I mean, Showtime at this point maybe mine some of those minerals just so that you can more easily access a flank onto this position. Because, yeah, those ones. Because right now, just coming from one single area or even from a decent concave is going to be too difficult. And now with Liberators, that's going to enable Clem to continue to push on forward. Good storms onto the bio and then to save the Templars as well, but not enough. And Clem